Week 11, any given weekend, we're back. Let's just jump into Week 10 recap. Nate, how are you feeling?
Feeling great. Had a good week last week.
I did not.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the total picks go, you didn't, but with the locks, we're starting to heat up, bub.
I went 3-10, but I was like Thanos and Gamora. It was like, what did it cost? It's like
Facts.
Everything, my entire card to hit that double lock. So I hit my double lock, Penn State, Ohio State over, easy over, and then OU money line, which I know a lot of OU fans were not confident in, but this guy was.
Facts. You hit that. You went 3-10 last week so that means that you hit 3 total picks and 2 of them were your locks.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. I mean,
but the first double lock that's ever hitting on this show.
Yeah, you've hit 3 straight because I'll go ahead and say the records. You're 4-6 on the year.
Yeah.
At one point you were 0-6.
Yeah.
So
turnaround is crazy.
Yeah, I'm 3-7. We both have hit our locks for 2 straight weeks. Like, the vibes are high right now. The boys are heating up on the locks.
Yeah. And it was that OU game I was sweating.
Yeah.
Because it did not look good at first. Like that first drive, they came down and scored. OU gets the ball, offense looks shitty. Tennessee gets the ball back, and I was like, oh, this is going to be a long night. And then, hallelujah, R. Mason Thomas out of nowhere.
Facts.
Scoop and score. But
yeah, with my lock, I just want to – it was probably one of my best picks all year. I had UNLV, New Mexico, over 61.5. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were at like 53 at halftime.
Yeah.
It hit like with 10 minutes left in the third quarter, like one of the easiest picks you'll ever have. So that was my lock, and yeah, the boys are heating up on the locks.
Yeah, they are. Overall, I mean, Week 10, I feel like every time we're like, this is a midweek, it ends up being a pretty good week for like entertainment-wise. Like Texas Vandy, I know Vandy came out slow, but oh my gosh, like the end of that game, I thought they were about to pull the unthinkable.
I don't know how they didn't get that onside kick.
Dude, that onside kick was crazy.
Like the ball was right there. It was there sitting pretty for them, and they end up not grabbing it going out of bounds.
I think if they get that, they score, in my opinion.
If they get that onside kick, Texas is they have an L at the end of that game, and it's a lot different conversations going on this week.
I mean, I got to give credit to Texas, though. They did come out, I mean, fucking first play, Wingo to the house.
Yeah.
And Arch played a little bit better, but...
We have on the storylines, Oklahoma and Texas keep their
season alive,
alive. Both of them were kind of in fork in the road kind of games, and they both ended up delivering. Texas, they've clearly hit some sort of curve since that Mississippi State comeback. Like Arch has looked completely different. The offense has looked completely different. And then Oklahoma, they're winning a tough game on the road in
very tough
night game, a blackout in
Rocky
at
Top.
Tennessee. Yeah, and that was one of your locks. How do you think Oklahoma looked?
Still a little worried about the offense. Run game looked a lot better. That was with, of course, Xavier Robinson in the game, which last week I said, get that man the ball. But overall, I mean, the defense showed up like I thought it would, but just that offense is sketchy.
Yeah.
To begin with, like.
Yeah, the turnovers is what got Oklahoma the dub. Aguilar kind of gave them a couple. The offense wasn't great, but I tip my cap whenever it's deserved. That was a big time win. Like I don't think Tennessee is like frauds by any means. I think that Oklahoma went in there. The turnovers, they were able to get the dub. I'm still questioning the offense, like you said, but I think with Mateer, instead of doing the one of the best quarterbacks in the country talks, that guy's just a dog. Like he's just a gamer. It might not look pretty, but he just finds a way to will his team, and I think he did that against Tennessee.
Yeah, and I mean we have Sooner Z back in the studio with us tonight. You watched the game. What are your thoughts over the Oklahoma Sooners?
I noticed two things. Was when it comes to the offense, when you guys think we're struggling, first half absolutely did, but I thought something clicked at halftime. You saw John Mateer come out and play like you did the first 4 games before the thumb injury, and that offense started going. Again, 2 straight weeks of 100-yard performance out of X. And so you have that, and then the defense came out and showed out. I still think teams are going to beat OU if they just throw the ball.
Yeah.
And Aguilar threw the ball. We performed in those moments for once. But we'll see what happens going down the road.
Yeah.
Still got a tough schedule.
It was a good road game. I am a little the only one left on the schedule that I'm worried about is Bama. Because they're bye week this week, and then Missouri at home. Which
Oklahoma?
Yeah, Missouri, I mean, they could be they're a different team without Prabula because he got hurt against Vanderbilt, but
that's still going to be a tough game.
It's still going to be a tough game, yeah. But it helps being at home.
No, yeah, it does. And I think with John Mateer, if he can just be kind of gutsy, kind of gritty like he was against Tennessee, it might not look the prettiest. I think that they'll be able to win that game, and then it'll really kind of come down to the Alabama game as kind of the playoff game.
Yeah. Well, I still think a 3-loss team in the SEC will still make the playoffs. I think there'll be one.
Maybe one. Last year, the SEC only got in 3 teams in the entire playoff, and last year they were really stacked. Also, it kind of depends on where the rankings lie. We have the live college football because we're recording on a Tuesday, and the college football playoff rankings are live.
Yeah, we got them right here.
So we have an update
Go ahead,
on the
drop
rankings.
Drop them on there.
Yeah, let me hear some.
All right, Week 11 college football playoff rankings.
If Indiana's not number 1, it's
We're
rigged.
going just through the first 12, correct?
Yeah, just do the first 12.
All right. The 4 with the bye are Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, and Alabama, respectively. 5, Georgia. 6, Ole Miss. 7, BYU. 8, Texas Tech. 9, Oregon. 10, Notre Dame. 11, Texas.
Wow.
And 12, OU.
Texas ranked above OU?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, they have the head-to-head.
It's interesting.
I like that.
Well, 2 of them play this week, BYU, Texas Tech, which will be a amazing game. That's game day. We'll get into that.
I don't like Ohio State being ranked number 1 ahead of Indiana, but
why? Besides your biased opinion towards Ohio State.
Do you want me to go on my Ohio State rant? Because I've had one boiling up here for a little bit, and I've kept it.
Before you go on that, I do want to add that it's crazy. There is not an ACC team in that when you think about it. There's not a single one.
Virginia, in the top 12?
Virginia is at 14.
And Louisville's 15.
Louisville, and then Georgia Tech 17, Miami, I don't know.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, Georgia Tech losing probably hurts that a lot. As far as Ohio State goes, there's been legit discourse across legit college football analysts on if Ohio State has the 4 best players in college football, maybe 5. I've never seen a team get crowned so early without having to prove a single thing. Their best win is on the road against Washington, where they won 24-6. Michigan played Washington. We won I'm pretty sure it was like 25-7. It was basically the exact same score, and that's their best win. They were in a dogfight with Texas, which is proven to be kind of average and whatnot.
Probably their second best win.
Yeah, that would be their second best. But when we were talking about the 4 best players in college football, I will give Caleb Downs, Jeremiah Smith, and Arvell Reese. I give that to Ohio State. Like, a lot of people don't know about Arvell Reese. He's by far the best linebacker in the country. That dude is an alien. He's 6'3". I don't know his weight, but he moves so quick and he's so strong. I've seen him push down a 300-pound offensive lineman with just his left hand and just push him to the ground. He's an alien. So I understand those 3. But whenever we're talking about Julian Sayin and Carnell Tate, there's a lot of people already crowning Julian Sayin as the top quarterback in all of college football right now, specifically because of his completion percentage, which is kind of like Burrow-esque. Like, he's at like 80% completion right now. Against Penn State, the motherfucker did not miss a throw, basically. Like, he damn near had a perfect game. So I understand it.
He's also throwing it to 2 of the best wide receivers in.
Well, yeah, that too. But I think we just need to pump the brakes on Ohio State has separated from everyone else in the country, because Ohio State this year has yet to get punched in the face. And when we talk about Indiana, who's number 2 now, they got punched in the face when they went on the road against Iowa, and we saw how they responded. They responded well. They ended up winning the game.
Oregon.
Yeah, Oregon, they didn't really get punched in the face in that game, but they just, that's a damn good win. That's a better win than Ohio State has by any means. I think we just need to pump the brakes on Ohio State is like this generational team that has separated from the entire country when they haven't even been punched in the mouth yet. We saw them get punched in the mouth last year when them boys from Michigan came through in Columbus Stadium, and they were 21-point favorites. We were missing our 2 best players. We didn't have an ability to throw the forward pass, and we went in there and punched them in the fucking jaw, and we saw them fold. Like, that's what I'm saying about this Ohio State team. We haven't seen them get punched in the mouth yet. We haven't seen Ryan Day get punched in the mouth yet. So it's hard to just crown a team that early whenever they haven't even really been tested yet. So that's my Ohio State rant. I know that most of the people here probably don't have a strong opinion on that, but that's been on my feed. Like, there's been credible analysts saying that Ohio State has the 4 best players in the entire sport, and I just think we need to pump the brakes on them.
God, I can tell that's been boiling up for a while.
It's ridiculous. I fucking hate it. Have you ever seen, you should look up an Ohio State postgame with their players. The reporters in the postgame are just like, oh, so Carnell, how did it feel to catch over 3 defenders? Like, how does it feel to be the best player in the country? They just ask them these fucking, like, ego boosting questions. Like, I hope that they continue to ride this high going into Michigan. Everyone telling them how great they are, how they're unbeatable. That's all I gotta say on the Ohio State part.
I can't wait for week 14, Michigan, Ohio State. Early score prediction right now. I need it right now.
Of Michigan, Ohio
State?
Ohio
State right now. I need the early.
I don't know if I have a score prediction.
Come on, yeah,
but we're gonna shove our dicks down their throat like we do every November. We're gonna
give me a score prediction.
24-17 Michigan right now.
I'm writing that down. I like that.
That could potentially change, but you're putting me on the spot. So that's what I'd say right now. Yeah.
Okay. Besides that, some other news. Hugh Freeze, fired from Auburn. There's now 12 job openings in college football, and it is just now November. This has to be the most firing of coaches in one season.
It will be by when it's all said and done.
Like it is. Like, I feel like it is right now.
I think it's already beaten the record for most mid-season buyouts ever. It'll be the craziest coaching carousel we've ever seen.
Yeah.
But some teams are about to figure out that there's a little bit of a consequence in all these teams buying out their coaches, because we saw Kurt Cignetti at Indiana lock down a contract because of these coaching carousels. We saw Dan Lanning at Oregon doing the same thing. I'm pretty sure Matt Rule said something with Nebraska. There's going to be a lot.
He already signed.
Did he sign
he
Nebraska?
signed the contract,
There's going to be a lot of coaches like that that I think a lot of people weren't talking about. The penalty of having this many jobs opening up is that the rest of the schools are just going to lock down their coaches with bigger contracts, and now you're going to be kind of dealing with tier 2 coaches.
Yeah.
It'll
be interesting to see.
There's not a whole lot of big names flying around right now.
Well, rumor is right now James Franklin's in the talks with Virginia Tech, which you called that move 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
I think it was right after he got fired.
Right after he got fired? Yeah.
Yeah, I could see James Franklin. James Franklin low-key got done the dirtiest out of all the coaches, because he rebuilt Penn State when they were out of the gutter, and he did have a horrible season this year, but he's a good ball coach. He can turn around a program, and that's why I think Virginia Tech is probably going to come through on that one.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. It's like you said, it'll be the craziest coaching carousel this offseason. It'll be crazier than the transfer portal, in my opinion. But
yeah, the Hugh Freeze, I said that he was going to keep his job. Sooner Z09 told me that he was going to get fired, and he was right. I was thinking there was no way in hell that he drops a game like this to Kentucky when
that
he
game
only
was ugly 10-3.
10-3. He only put up 3 points. The offense was abysmal.
Yuck. When
I said Hugh Freeze was going to keep his job, I never thought in a million years that he was going to lose to Kentucky or something like that. Right after he did that, I kind of knew that his time was coming up.
I do have to say, I didn't think that he'd lose to Kentucky either. I just thought he was already done.
Yeah,
at this point.
Here. Yeah.
I think putting up 3 points at home against a inferior SEC opponent probably made them jump on it quicker.
Another news, Miami Hurricanes got a fan in the back, Drew, big Miami fan, is another Miami meltdown. What are your thoughts on Cristobal's job security?
They're not going to get rid of him. It's not going to happen. The whole NIL collective that runs the University of Miami collective is all a bunch of Columbus. So Columbus High School in Miami is like one of the biggest private schools down there. That's where Cristobal went. That's where a bunch of the big boosters went. It's the Columbus connection, as they call it. They're never going to get rid of him.
So
never?
They're never going to get rid of him. He'd have to go. He'd have to have like 2 straight 4 and 7 years.
So it's basically just like a good old boy system out there.
It's a good old boy system. Yeah. And to their, in their eyes, he's bringing them talent for NIL ventures and shit like that. Because the one thing I will say, we'll get into the tweets in a minute, but I don't think anybody will discredit that Mario Cristobal is not an elite recruiter. He is an elite recruiter.
He is.
Only problem is when the game starts, he's like, a fucking toddler out there with a playbook, just, playing Madden for the first time. We'll just keep running the ball up the middle. We're going to smash that A-gap until you could fucking throw a plane through it. They're like throwing a hot dog down a hallway, basically. We're just going to beat that A-gap up. But it never
Eat it up.
Yeah.
Teams have adjusted.
Well, yeah. What were your thoughts, SMU? We were supposed to go to that.
What were my
game.
thoughts? I was very upset.
Luckily, we did not go to that game. We were supposed to, but
because think about it, that would have extended the streak of
you seen them live.
I've never seen. We'll just do this. This is how cursed I am as a fan, it seems like. I have never seen. I've been to 3 Miami Heat basketball games, 2 Miami Hurricanes football games, 1 Miami Hurricanes basketball game. They didn't win a single one. I have never seen my team that I support win in person ever.
Yeah.
You want to say the Thunder? Okay, that's okay. You know, I guess they make up for it.
We all know
but,
you're real.
My
real,
diehards, though, I have yet to ever see them win a game live. Let that sink in.
That's crazy. Because I've seen the Miami Heat win.
And the one game that I was going to go see them win, that they were for sure going to win live, they were playing Arkansas State in 2017 or 2018. There was a fucking hurricane that canceled the game, so I didn't even get to go. I was like, I'm going to be able to go see them just destroy Arkansas State. You know, it was going to be like a 6-7 hour drive. Dad was going to go with me. And they in the hurricane canceled it to where they weren't able to travel. They just stayed in the state of Florida.
Did they end up playing?
Tell me that's not a curse.
Did they end up playing?
That's a curse.
No, they didn't play.
Oh, no, okay.
That's a curse. I genuinely feel bad for Miami fans, especially watching the Dolphins play on Thursday night, which was just
That's the other thing.
yeah.
So I've never seen my team win in person.
You do have the
I
Florida
have
Panthers.
never seen the Hurricanes win an ACC championship. They have still yet to win an ACC championship in the 20-something years they've been in the fucking league. The Miami Dolphins, I'm not even talking Super Bowls. I tell people all the time, I don't give a fuck about a Super Bowl. I just want to see a playoff win. I've never seen them win a playoff game.
That's tough.
So
That's
when I go
tough.
crazy in the group chat, okay, last year for reference, I remember it specifically. Miami's playing Syracuse. They're up 21-0. They win that game. They're in the ACC title game. They're playing SMU.
Remember it like it was yesterday.
The defense fucking pisses down their leg. Syracuse comes back. Miami ends up, and I remember in the fourth quarter I said something like, Miami's going to lose this fucking game, blah, 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 blah. And Zach went off on me. He was like, dude, it's the fourth quarter. You have the best offense in the country, and you're the most negative fan I've ever met in my life. And I was like, Zach, because you don't understand the shit I have gone through as a fucking fan. That's why I'm negative. So now when I'm negative for the next 5 years or whatever, and I'm like, oh, they're going to find a way to lose it. It was kind of like that in Notre Dame. I was trying to be positive, but I was like, they're going to find a way to lose it. And you guys were like, stop. When you get continuously let down, it's like being a Miami fan is like, having a deadbeat dad, but having a couple deadbeat dads. And every year on Christmas, you're like, man, Mom, he's coming home. He's coming home. He's coming home this year. He's gonna bring me a present. And he never fucking does. What do you think after 20 years of that? You just chalk it up as, oh, he ain't coming home. He ain't gonna bring me a fucking present. He don't care about me on Christmas. He doesn't at all. I'm like a beaten and battered fucking abuse victim at this point. The fact that I just put up with it, and every year, I'm like, oh, they changed. They changed the offense. Oh, my man changed. He's not going to hit me again. He's not going to do that again. And what happens in November? They beat the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And I'm going back to the police, fucking file another police report. And they're like, well, you should have left. Multiple people tell me, oh, well, you don't have to be a fan. Well, the minute I stop being a fan is the minute they'll change. The minute that man will change, and he'll stop beating me, and he'll fucking find a way to win games. That's how I feel as a Miami fan.
You say your
I think
tweets.
Carson Beck is overrated. I think Mario Cristobal doesn't know how to coach a goddamn thing on game day. I think Shannon Dawson is so obsessed with going up the A gap. It's fucking crazy. It's ridiculous at this point. They're going to probably lose every game the rest of the year. I'm expecting it. I'm not even looking for the playoff, and I hope they lose every game the rest of the year because the season's done. It's lost. Why we even thought that, even though they beat Notre Dame, Miami could win out. Notre Dame's still getting in, even though Miami won. It doesn't fucking matter because the college football they're going to put a 10-2 Notre Dame in over Miami just because it's Notre Dame.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
And the cherry on top is how big of a joke the ACC is. Dabo Swinney came out and called out the officiating. Mario Cristobal called out the officiating. I don't like blaming it on referees, but there were some calls in that Miami SMU game that were fucking egregious.
That roughing the passer was crazy.
He held him up.
Yeah, that was crazy.
When he finally realized what was happening. Why are we not okay? If the left tackle is still blocking him into the quarterback, okay, how can you penalize the defensive player? Mm-hmm. Also, when he wraps up and realizes it and doesn't take him down, he literally grabbed him as he realized what was going on and kept him up.
Yeah.
That's a first down, and SMU scores the fucking game-tying field goal.
Yeah, that
It's a
was
joke.
a crazy call.
It's crazy.
Dabo said something about how gambling's a problem, and he thinks calls are being questionable. The ACC in general is just a fucking joke. They have no backbone. You would think that Miami was the only team that they had a chance getting in the playoff with. Like Virginia, they're 14th. They're not even in the college football playoff. They're the best team in the ACC.
Mm-hmm.
They've also had a cakewalk of a schedule, in my opinion. But
Well, also, explain this to me. Virginia's 8-1. Mm-hmm. Their one loss is to NC State, another ACC school. Mm-hmm. The ACC isn't viewing that as a conference loss.
Yeah, I remember.
How does that make sense?
well,
Make that make
with,
sense.
It's the same with Big 12. Isn't Big 12 one of
With the
theirs?
conference realignment, there were a couple games that were conference games like now,
count.
but they were already scheduled before
That's
the
bullshit.
realignment.
That's
It is
bullshit,
stupid.
though, because NC State is in the ACC. That should count as an ACC game.
I agree with that.
Because then you could make an argument that Miami has a chance. But, especially with Georgia Tech losing, now it's kind of like, okay, if anybody drops one, Miami can get back in. Virginia's not going to lose the fucking game.
Virginia
You don't think so?
Yeah.
Virginia?
I think Virginia drops one.
They lose one more.
I don't think they go 12-0.
I think everybody they see is going to win out. Miami's going to lose every fucking
gotta-
game. And, I said at the beginning of the year, I think I said, I'll hope that Miami will win the ACC, but they won't. They'll find a way to lose it because they do that time and time again. They just find ways to lose bad games.
Let's talk about your tweets that you said earlier. I mean, it was pretty entertaining to see. 2 months ago, it's like, I'm going to stay positive this year with Miami. Or you tweeted, I love watching this team. And then the last 3 weeks, it's just down the shithole. Mario Cristobal sucks.
Inexcusable losses. Okay, you can maybe argue SMU was kind of a trap game, first road game. We've talked about it. They didn't play it out of the state of Florida. God knows how long.
First road game, that SMU
You
game.
can't lose that Louisville game.
I agree.
You can't lose that.
That was a big loss.
And that was the one game where, Cristobal can never gauge playing aggressive versus playing conservative. Like that Louisville game, okay, he probably should have played conservative and forced it to overtime. You're playing overtime at home. SMU, he's playing conservative. And there's 25 seconds left. You got the ball in the 25, make a couple throws. You have one timeout left, get in field goal range. He just conceded and needed to go to overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
What is your game plan here? Do you just kind of
Yeah.
elite recruiter, horrible game day coach? That's Mario Cristobal.
I also
Gets up for the big games. He'll
a
have
big
them
fan
ready.
of Beck.
He'll have them ready week 1, and I'm sure next year it'll be the same thing. They'll go into South Carolina week 2. South Carolina's going to be down because they're losing a lot of guys. Miami's going to win. The media is going to be hype. They're going to go into Notre Dame and make it close. Probably beat Florida State again because Florida State's just always ass. They'll be sitting pretty here end of October area. And then they'll drop one
Heartbreak.
to fucking Stanford, or they'll drop one to fucking Syracuse, and then we'll be having the same conversation next year. So, yeah, there is no positivity anymore when it comes to any of my Miami teams. I'm just expecting the worst until they can prove to me that they can get through a fucking season and win the games that matter. I have no reason to believe that they can make that happen, right?
Yeah.
What have they done for me to show that they can actually win the games that matter and get to the ACC playoff or the ACC championship game and make the playoff?
Haven't done shit.
They haven't done shit.
I
So next year when I'm super negative all year long and Zach's saying you're the most negative fan I've ever heard of and this and that, I just want you to remember, okay, you've seen a lot of Big 12 championships. You've seen a lot of Big 10 championships. You're a Colorado fan, but still kind of an OU fan.
Yeah.
Everybody here has experienced success, but me. All I experience is a lot of fucking hype, and then pissing down their leg come November.
That's fact.
Yeah. I mean,
I was big
all I
on
gotta
Miami. I predicted them to the ACC championship. I predicted Beck as a Heisman finalist.
yeah, I'm not a big fan of Beck.
Cristobal is 4-11 in the month of November under Miami.
He's 14-14 against ACC opponents.
Damn, I didn't even know that.
He's also like
Yikes.
0-6. He's lost 6 straight games. There's some crazy stat where like when he's favored by 2 touchdowns or more, it's like 1-6 or something like that in the last 7
great.
games against ACC opponents.
That's why I say about Cristobal, he does not know how to get guys up for games that they're supposed to win. Because the past 2 years, every single game that they've lost has been games that they were easily supposed to win, especially with the spread. I would be interested to see the spreads on the last 2 years, all the games that he's lost.
Yeah.
I think Cristobal kind of has a shitty culture there in Miami, and I genuinely feel bad for Miami fans.
I hope y'all win out, though. I hope y'all.
They fix the defense.
Y'all win it.
Like, you go get one of the top portal QBs. You have the best freshman in the nation in Malachi Toney. You know, who's to say that Toney even wants to stay there next year? I think he's gonna have NIL offers out the fucking ass.
Yeah,
You know?
I think he'll stay.
I could see him staying. But they have a top 5 roster in the country.
But you know-
There's no excuses for...
They swung and they should have. In hindsight, we talk about that Columbus connection. You know who's also a Columbus alum?
Jeremiah Smith.
Fernando Mendoza.
Oh, yeah.
And his dad is buddies with Cristobal. Fernando probably would have came home and played for Miami if they really would have pushed him. And now in hindsight, I think you took the wrong QB, in my opinion. Just like the Dolphins took the wrong QB when they took Tua over Herbert, they took the wrong QB this year when they took Beck over Mendoza.
I just want to say I shouted out Mendoza last year when he was at Cal versus Miami, and it was like Mendoza's trash,
last
Mendoza's
year,
ass.
No, last year whenever you were that's because last year you were just every game was a trap game to Miami, and because we were deep in the Miami Colorado rivalry of me not liking Dion, and so then you started not liking Miami, and then every game, Nate, you're my witness. It was like every game.
It was not every game. I literally pointed out that Cal game. I said that Cal game is going to be a scary trap game, which y'all were down 20. You went to bed early. We had to leave your house. You kicked us out. You were like, yeah, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
That's the crazy
Y'all ended up
thing.
winning.
Mario Cristobal had one of the best quarterbacks in the last 5 years. Cam Ward. I mean, he broke records. You still didn't get in. Then you fixed the defense. You have the best offensive line on paper in the ACC. I mean, we could sit here and go all day. It's disheartening at the end of the day. I'm numb to it at this point. And next year, whenever I'm super negative and say they're gonna lose that game, they're gonna lose.
We'll see.
Maybe everybody will start to realize, wow, yeah, the shit he's gone through as a fan on both the professional and the college side.
I think I'm going to start to realize because Miami, the first 4 weeks of the season, looked like a top 3 team in the country. Like, they looked like they had aliens all over the field. Like, they looked
Yeah, and you want to go back to the
tremendous.
tweets. Yeah, whenever they were ranked number 2 for the first time since 2017, yeah, I think I did say I take back everything I said about Cristobal. Because the things I said about Cristobal on Twitter the year before were not nice.
Yeah.
For
In your bio, it
for
says,
reference.
in your bio, for people out there, it says angry Miami fan. Just
Yeah, because that's what Miami fans are. They're just angry all the time because we can't ever win. Yeah, you have the Heat.
you might be
The Heat-
the angriest Miami fan.
Oh no. No.
I don't know.
Make a user account to canesinsight.com, which is like the big Miami forum where like there's insiders and stuff like that, like guys that are uncles for players and stuff like that. They're worse than I am. We'll just go into
the doghouse. I mean, we already know who's in the doghouse for Drew.
Yeah, Carson Beck, Cristobal, Shannon Dawson.
You got Bet.
All of them. They're in the doghouse for the rest of the season.
Got you. Okay.
I respect that.
My doghouse, who's going to stay in the doghouse for the rest of the year, is Colorado. I said last week if this is my redemption for Colorado, which they got absolutely two-pieced with the side biscuit. It was bad. So I will not be betting on them the rest of the year, even though I do like the odds against West Virginia, but...
Man, I was actually going to say Colorado has been on my ban list. I was going to tell you if they weren't on your ban list, I was going to be like, I would bet Colorado plus 6.5.
Should we do it right now? Should we extend it one more week?
No, they've been on my ban list. I literally can't.
How are you going to say that? And
I was going to tell you.
I give you an offer and you're like, actually, psych.
I can't bet them. They've fucked me out of so much money. I was saying if they weren't on your ban list.
They're going to win this week.
Then I would tell you to pick them. But since they're on your ban list, I guess we can't do that.
Why would you tell me to pick them?
Because they've been in my ban list, bub. They've been in my ban list since like week 2 when they lost to fucking Houston.
Yeah, with Houston, I mean, they're not a terrible team.
They're not. They're absolutely not. But they're in my ban list.
Caden Salter just ain't turned out to be what he is.
Yeah.
Be what he was projected to be.
Which I don't even know why we're talking about Colorado because they're so dead. They're so bad. Even though I do think that they're
Juju's going to be starting for.
Yeah, which is a smart thing because they don't have any other quarterbacks. But for my doghouse, I'm going to be throwing Auburn in there. They hit last week as my lock. Was that last week when I took them against Arkansas?
No, it was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago?
This last week was week 10. They won week 9.
Yeah. 2 weeks ago, I took them as my lock against Arkansas. They hit. I took them last week, the spread against Kentucky. That is the most frustrating team to watch in the entire country. The defense is so good, and they keep them in so many games. But that Hugh Freeze offense, like you have to have a top quarterback in the country to be able to run that offense. And he's missed on probably 3 quarterbacks now. When you talk about Peyton Thorne last year, Jackson Arnold this year, and I'm even throwing Stanford Ashton Daniels in there because if you take away his running, that is an absolute mid quarterback. I'm putting Auburn in my doghouse. There's been a couple games this year that I've been riding with them on, and they are just the most frustrating team in the country to watch. So Auburn's in mine.
They're dookie.
They are.
Zach, do you have anybody in the doghouse?
I don't know if he did.
I don't have anybody in the doghouse. If I had to, it'd be non-football related. It'd be Luke Quan.
Luke Quan, yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, I agree
with
that.
Internet Invitational.
Yeah. Fuck Luke Quan.
Timeout. I have a doghouse. I'm taking Auburn out of my doghouse.
Whoa, what the?
Take them out. They don't even come close to the doghouse that's about to be right now. YouTube TV and ESPN.
Yeah. Yes.
What the fuck are you guys doing over there in these contract negotiations, making the average, just ball watcher
2 days before Saturday?
Yeah, you can't even fucking watch any of the good games. Yeah. Any SEC game,
I
have to illegally stream it on my phone and my computer, and I can't multi-view it. We shouldn't have to pay for these Jewish billionaires to be able, like, they're in negotiation. We shouldn't have to pay for that.
Yeah.
Like, y'all figure that shit out and
leave us out of it.
Yeah. Well, like, why am I paying for that? It makes me so mad. It was so frustrating this week not being able to watch all the games together.
Yeah, you know how beautiful it is, just multi-view, just like game.
It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Do you have something, Zach?
Oh, I was just going to call them greedy-ass motherfuckers.
They are greedy.
Disney is just greedy as hell.
Yeah, that's why I've been reading on Twitter that it's more of the ESPN side than the YouTube TV side.
And they're tweeting out like, hey, if you guys want to keep this, submit a format, keepmynetwork.com. It's like...
Fuck you.
It's because they want ESPN and Disney, since they're in bed together, they want you to have like a full-on... So what I ended up doing was I'm paying $30 a month $10 extra for my normal Disney Plus sponsorship to watch all of the ESPN games.
They got him.
Disney Plus and Hulu. It's the bundle that they have.
They got him.
That's what they want. They want everything to go through their Disney Plus app, essentially. Which $30 for Disney Plus, Hulu, and all ESPN is not too bad.
ESPN app sucks. Like anytime I try to watch a game on ESPN app, it's either behind or
And ESPN never talks about it. That is the worst fucking app in the store. You can't watch anything.
I got kicked off twice in the middle of the OU game. Just
last week.
yes, kicked off it. It just went blank.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the OU Texas game, it was like 5 minutes behind at this watch party I was watching. I was like, I pulled up my phone and the game was already on. I was like,
it is fucking disgraceful to ruin our college football Saturdays with fucking contract negotiations. I'm so sick of it. If they don't have it done by this Saturday, I'm gonna rage.
the $20 credit bullshit. I was like, I don't want your
Fuck
money.
you. I want to watch college football on multi-view.
I'm just going to take it on. It's everybody's doghouse at this moment.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
100%.
Are we ready to get into the Smash or Pass?
Yeah.
We are ready.
I want to say one thing on Cristobal before we get into the Smash or Pass because I have this crazy stat pulled up. He's currently making $8 million annually in a 10-year contract. And compared to other coaches in that tax bracket, he is underperforming like a motherfucker. Crazy stat here is Cristobal in the month of November or later, he is 4-11.
I said that stat.
Yeah.
I said that stat. That's crazy, isn't it? That's
Narrowly ahead of, or is worse amongst 27 coaches that are in that same bracket. He's just ahead of Deion Sanders, Luke Fickell, and Michigan State's Johnson Smith.
damn. That's not a good group to be in.
No,
right
it's
there.
not. That's bad. All right.
Especially for-
This week's Smash or Pass. First two players we got, two quarterbacks. They were two of the top three in passing this last year. Had losses, but we're gonna smash or pass on if we think they're gonna bounce back and get their team in the playoff or not. First is Haynes King. Obviously had that tough loss at NC State, but he was 25 for 35 passing, 408 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception, 182.5 QB rating. On the flip side, Joey Aguilar. He was 29 for 45 with 393 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, but he had 2 picks with a 150.9 QB rating. Who are we smash or passing to turn it around? Haynes and the Yellow Jackets or Joey and the Volunteers?
Give me Haynes. I've never been a big fan of Aguilar anyways. I said he was nothing special last week, and he proved that to me. And I just like Haynes. I mean, it's like I said last few weeks. It was like the white boy got a little motion.
Facts. I'm probably going to be smashing Haynes too, solely because this last week he wasn't the reason that his team lost a game.
Yeah.
Motherfucker had damn near 500 yards total with like 4 tutties and
What more
Georgia
can you
Tech.
ask?
Huh?
It was like, what more can you ask for?
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Georgia Tech's defense. Like they were a kind of stellar defense all year, and then they gave up 41 to NC State. But that is CJ Bailey. He's a good quarterback. I'll probably be smashing Haynes King just because Aguilar was the sole reason that Tennessee lost with his turnovers.
3 of them.
And Haynes King was the sole reason that Georgia Tech was even in the game against NC State. So I'll be taking Haynes King in that.
All right. The next smash or pass for the week. I don't really know how to go about this, but we're gonna take some mascots here. Some foxy mascots.
Whoa.
2 of the only few
Yo.
female mascots
God.
in college football. I'm gonna name them to you. You're gonna have to look them up. Miss Paula.
Miss Paula.
South Alabama Jaguars. Are we smash or passing Miss Paula with South Alabama. Or on the flip side, it's the Foxy Scarlet from Arkansas State.
Miss Paula.
Foxy
Oh, it's
Scarlet?
Paula.
It's just, yeah, like Pawla.
And what's the other one?
Foxy
Scarlet.
Scarlet.
No, it's just Scarlet. I
just
said
Scarlet?
she's
Scarlet, Arkansas State.
Yeah.
God, we're talking about mascots. What are we doing? We're grown ass men.
If you were to put yourself in the mind of one of those freaky fairy guys that like gets off to fairies or furries and people in costumes, who would you take? Would you take Miss Paula or would you take Scarlet?
Miss Paula kind of got that thing on her. Low key. I ain't gonna lie. She low key looking a little bad there.
Man,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big fan of Scarlet. I mean,
Miss Paula's got you could mistake those as tats. The leopard skin.
That's facts.
Think of how many
damn.
females you've been with that have leopard skin up the whole thigh.
And she got a little skirt on all the time, a little short.
Paula, like, excuse me, miss. I saw you from across the road.
Yeah, Arkansas State. She ain't really moving me.
She's mad.
Miss Paula's moving me though. She's got me going. I'm be taking Miss Paula in that. She's a baddie.
Yeah, I'll second that. As with Miss Paula.
I like that.
All right.
Their names are Southpaw and Miss Paula. Those are the two mascots.
Yeah, Southpaw, I couldn't throw him in there. I don't think you were a smash or pass.
No.
I didn't even know that there were women mascots.
You'd have been
Okay, I got
Paula would have been cheating on
another one off the cuff.
Southpaw, which-
Another one off the cuff right here. Smash or pass, Boomer or Schooner?
Boomer. So you mean
Shit,
Sooner or Schooner? Is it Schooner? I thought it was.
It's Sooner.
Yeah,
but you could
Schooner,
also
sorry.
throw back here. Top Dog.
Facts. Top Dog. I only see
Wait, are
Top
there
Dog
two
at
different
basketball.
OU
though.
mascots?
There's a dog.
I didn't
I'm
even
take
know that.
Boomer.
I'm not gay, so I'm not taking
Nobody
any
said
in that. Are they men?
Nobody
said that. You're only thinking that.
Are they men?
You could imagine.
Imagine. Are they men? Is Boomer a man?
They're horses.
Horses.
Is it a man horse though? Or is it like Miss Paula?
Yeah, I mean,
No.
the show ain't Miss Paula, but
Miss Paula bad.
Paula got that.
that. Boy.
Miss Paula got that thing on her.
God damn, Miss Paula.
Miss Paula got that. Prrr.
Yeah, it doesn't really say if Boomer or Sooner are male or female. It's just kind of for you to. So which one you can take? It's a wild card. You don't know what's down there.
This dude's wondering like what their pronouns are. Like,
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah,
really know.
motherfucker. I'm not smashing nothing with a dick. Just to be honest.
it's a
Yeah,
mascot.
It's
What
the
are you
wild
talking
card.
about?
It's
What
the
are
wild
you
card
talking
you take.
about?
Maybe Boomer is a girl. Maybe Sooner's a girl. Maybe they're both guys. Who knows?
Maybe they go as they them.
I'm not smashing either of those. I'm smashing Miss Paula again.
I can tell you this: it's a lot easier picking that than it is picking Pistol Pete.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a picture of both Boomer and Sooner
Pete's
talking shit to Pistol Pete.
Yeah.
All right, well that's it for
that
this
it?
week's
Okay.
Smash or Pass. Yep.
All right. Let's go into our week 11 games. Before we do that, I have a surprise for us. We're going to do this before we talk about the games to get us amped up since it's a bad week. It's a midweek. We're going to take a little sniff of some smelling salts to get us juiced up.
Oh shit. I've never
So-
done these before. I'm scared.
I mean, it was my first time doing it today. Wow, that sounded like I'm a crackhead saying that. Am I lying if I didn't hit it before going into work and be like, ooh, I'm about to seize the day? You know what I'm saying? But,
you hit that first, gang.
all right, so yeah.
I'm scared.
Oh my God, I can already smell it.
Does it hurt?
No, it doesn't hurt, but it's like, woo!
Fuck.
All right, number 5, Georgia. 7.5 point spread at Mississippi State. Over under is 57.5. Woo! Take a sniff, bub. We're hitting it every
How
game
close?
too. You got to get a good sniff. Let me get that. Close it. Woo! Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go. First game. Oh. Okay. First game. Georgia. I'm gonna take. God, I want to take. Oh my God, he's going another.
Going again,
dude. I'm lightheaded.
Go.
I mean, I want to take Georgia, but because. But because of what Georgia did last week with Carson Beck, 7.5 point spread, he could have scored a touchdown, but instead he knees it at the 1 yard line, which was bullshit. Would have covered, which I can honestly put Gunnar Stockton in my doghouse for that. It makes me not want to take Georgia, but I'm a sucker, so I'm gonna take Georgia 7.5.
Minus 7.5.
Yeah.
I like that. In that one, I'm going to be taking the over 57.5.
The
in
over
that
or the
one,
under?
The over.
Okay.
57.5. Yeah, I just think that Georgia, they're probably going to go down like 14-0 in that game. They'll probably have some deficit that they have to come back by, and the offense will finally just wake up, and at some point they'll be able to, cover that spread. Mississippi State's offense, they actually have a little pulse with Lebby. And that line low-key makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I should be betting Mississippi State plus 7.5.
I feel like it should be like 10.5. Like Mississippi State or Georgia should be like at least like a 10, 14 point favorite almost.
I feel like Georgia has had a minus 7.5 spread like 4 times already this year.
Because they come out slow each game.
Yeah, Vegas kind of knows what kind of team they are. I love the over 57.5 in that.
Can we talk about that last week for just a second? How Georgia was 7.5 point spread, and you had Florida, I had Georgia, and Gunnar Stockton. We were watching that together. Gunnar Stockton. I literally left. I stormed out of the house and went home after that game because he literally had a wide open touchdown, and instead knees it at the fucking 1 yard line.
Yeah, he's a winner. He's not a stat guy. He's going to do whatever it takes to win the game.
Pissed me
Shout
off.
out Gunnar Stockton. You're an absolute beast. You got Florida covering. I mean, it was a smart play to knee there, though. Like, that is an automatic dub. If you score a touchdown, they at least have somewhat of a chance.
But were they winning that game, Florida? No.
They would have won with that touchdown.
No.
Georgia would have won regardless, but that's a smart fucking heady ball right there. Shout out Gunnar Stockton.
Do you have some? You get none? Any in the back? None? For that game?
No.
Okay.
I'm over here just mad at Miami now.
No, okay.
Packs.
Good thing they're on bye. All right, next game. Yeah, we're taking another whiff, bub. We're taking a whiff every time.
Dude.
For every game.
Fuck.
I don't think you should do that. I don't think that's good. I don't think you're supposed to do it that much.
I've been sniffing Sharpies since I was like in 3rd grade, bud. Think I'm worried about that?
No, but I don't think that was a good idea either.
God, I can already smell it.
Who gives a fuck about a couple brain cells when you can get
All right,
fired up?
we'll wait for the game of the week. How about that? I'm going to take one more, though, just because.
Y'all want to hit this? Y'all want to hit that?
Oh, my God, bro.
Put it really close.
Yeah, take a.
Put it really close.
Oh. It's ammonia. You're hitting it crazy though. Like I can't even get it like that. You're hitting it like it's nothing. Like
That's the first time I've ever done smelling salts. I don't know what the point of that is.
It's to get you fired up. I got Iowa plus 6.5 against Oregon.
Putting that away.
Against number 6 Oregon. I think Iowa's a tough ball club to play on the road. I think Oregon, I don't know Dante Moore's status in this game, but I feel like Iowa, that spread, I would expect Oregon to be, like 12.5, 13.5 point dogs on the road there, and it's 6.5. So that just gambling brain, Iowa plus 6.5 in that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take the over 40.5. Usually this is the principal play of Iowa, Oregon, Iowa, any game of Iowa under, but I like it at 40.5, and I think Oregon can still score. Iowa obviously has shown they can score. They beat the shit out of Minnesota. Was it this last week or the week before?
The week before.
Yeah, they beat the shit out of them. Not saying Oregon's the same as Minnesota, but I feel like Oregon still can score.
Yeah. I like that.
So
it's a super low line, 40.5.
Oregon could cover that by themselves almost.
I can't smell anything, by the way.
Yeah.
My sense of smell has disappeared.
I mean,
Yeah,
you were hitting
probably
that
because you just hit smelling salts
like 8 times in a row. Like, you were like, give me another one.
I want to get fired up.
All right, next game, LSU at number 4, Bama. Bama's 10.5 point favorite. Over under is 49.5. Looking back at all these games, it's like, man, if these teams would have turned out to be what they would be, like last week, Penn State, Ohio State, that would have been a crazy game. This week, LSU, Bama. Like if LSU turned out to be actually decent this year, that would be a good game. I mean, it's still going to be a good game, but I kind of want to take LSU because that's a lot of points, and I feel like every time a team fires their coach this year so far, they've kind of turned up the next few games. But I don't know. I want to hear your thoughts. I want you to.
Damn, I was gonna hear your thoughts. I do have a pick in that game already. I'm kind of siding with you on that.
LSU?
I'm taking LSU plus 10.5. That's all I'm gonna say is that's a damn talented roster to play a game with literally nothing to lose.
Yeah.
The interim head coach I've been seeing has been bringing in former players, alumni into their practices, which was a thing that Brian Kelly completely got away with. Yeah. And I just think, Alabama, they've been playing, they've had the gauntlet, and they've been doing a damn good job against covering against teams.
They could slip up here. Is that what you're saying? Kind of like maybe.
Yeah, you're playing LSU with an interim coach after the season that they've had. It is a night game, but I just see LSU kind of flying around playing, nothing to lose football. 10.5 is a lot of points, and Alabama could win by 10 and still cover, and it would still be a good win. So yeah, that's why I'm taking LSU plus 10.5.
Got you. I like that. Next game.
What are you taking?
I'm gonna take LSU 10.5 as well.
Okay.
That was what I said first off. That was what I was liking, and so you kind of you were that cherry on top right there for me. So I'm gonna take that as well. Next game, number 3 Texas A&M, 6.5 point favorite at number 19 Missouri. Over under is 48.5. It's like we said earlier, Missouri's kind of a different team without Prabula, but they still have Ahmad Hardy at back. I'm going to take the over 48.5. I think Texas A&M can score. I still think Missouri can score. And yeah, I like 48.5.
I want to jump Zach real quick because he raised his hand.
Something?
I got 2 things. This is my lock of the week. I'm taking the over. But
We have it.
fuck Missouri. Fuck Drinkowitz.
Agreed.
Fuck Chase Daniels from way back in 2007.
I remember that game.
Give me those weird fucks out in College Station.
Okay.
Colt.
I also have to tell you this. A friend of ours, I said, Nate just took 8 shots of smelling salts. And his response was, shit, that's light work. I put it under my eyes and take like 20 shots.
Jesus Christ.
Bet that. So I'm good. I don't have any brain damage.
Like,
I knew that already. I'm probably going to hit it again, to be honest.
game of the week.
Soon.
It's addicting.
Yeah. It low-key kind of smells good. I like the pain. I love it. I want to hit it again.
It smells like the YMCA pool.
In this one, you took the over 48 as your lock, Zach? Was that your lock?
Yeah, I'll end up taking the over 48.5 on that.
That's what I have. That's not my lock.
You have the over too?
I have the over as
Fuck.
well.
I had the under 48.5, but since I'm a rider, since I'm a vibes guy, I'll flip that to the over 48.5. I kind of thought that Texas A&M's defense has hit a curve and they're playing really well right now, but I could also see that's a low line. I could easily see that covering.
Texas A&M scores. Like they score points.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I like the over in that. I'll flip that. I'll take the over.
Okay. Now on to the game of the week, which is also game day. This is going to be a fun game to watch, in my opinion. We have number 8 BYU at number 9 Texas Tech. Texas Tech is a 9.5 point favorite. Over under is 52.5. This could determine the Big 12 championship. And, I've been counting them out all year. Haven't really, it's like I don't really like them. They haven't proved anything. I don't like the number a certain player wears. But I'm going to take BYU plus 9.5. After watching 2 weeks of Bear just balling, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of the Bear. So I'm going to take BYU plus 9.5.
Okay. I like that. Let me get those smelling salts, Bob. My low-key becoming a little fiend for him.
I also heard you can hit the.
Yeah, I think
you're
we need
feeling
to
tired.
watch this. Nate's just gonna be in his room just huffing and moaning.
Yeah,
it smells like
it
it just smells like cat piss.
No, it smells like a
It smells
pool.
like cat piss.
It smells like a pool to me. You have a cat. I don't know.
It smells like grit.
It smells like
Smells like
hard
grit.
work.
It smells like oncoming addiction is what it smells like.
Yeah.
I'm fucking with it.
We walk into Nate's room and he's just in the corner.
Hold up. What pool smells like cat piss?
I didn't say it smells like cat piss.
No, but you said it smells like a pool.
Yeah, it smells like isn't ammonia in a pool?
No, that's chlorine.
Oh, well, isn't ammonia also in a pool? Don't they
Pneumonia?
Don't they put ammonia in the pool? Like
Isn't
shock?
pneumonia a sickness?
Isn't shock ammonia?
Pneumonia?
Not ammonia.
Pneumonia or unpneumonia? Unmonia?
Yeah, right here. The cat pee smells strongly of ammonia because the bacteria break down the urea in the urine, the process that releases ammonia gas.
See, to me, it smells like chlorine almost.
You're hogging the salt,
Tough
Bob.
job.
Okay, yeah, that's.
Yeah, go ahead.
I look, you want to get right up into it. God damn.
God, that's so strong. Oh my gosh.
All right, you took your pick in BYU Texas Tech, right?
Bro, I'm sweating, bro. Yeah.
Give me BYU also. They have the Lord on their team, and you cannot beat the Lord. And there's a lot of games that they come out with the dubs, and you watch the games back or whatnot, and you think to yourself like, there's no way that they should have won that game. There's no way that they should have found a way, but they always do, and that's because of Sataki, and that's because of the Lord. So I'm betting on the Lord on that one, and I'm taking BYU plus 9.5.
Another week of soaking the dubs.
That's facts. Bear Bachmeier, he's a big soaker. I've been hearing.
Yeah, we're winning a lot right now. I feel like taking BYU.
Yeah.
We're winning quite a bit.
They've been coming through.
The Lord is looking out for us.
Yes. The one and only. Y'all have anything back there for game of the week? BYU Texas Tech?
I mean, you know me. I've been high on BYU for the last couple weeks now. Love a quarterback named Bear. Love a quarterback that wears number 47 like he's a fucking fullback out there flinging passes. Love a quarterback that's playing for the soak. Give me BYU plus 9.5.
Okay.
That's disrespectful. That they are that Texas Tech is that big of a favorite. That's disrespectful as fuck. Sataki's going to have them ready, even if they don't win. It's going to be a lot closer than 9 points.
Yeah, I agree.
That's disrespectful to the Lord at that point.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ, Vegas. Like, what are we doing
What are we
here?
doing here, bro? Like,
Bunch of devils.
You're just flipping off Father God himself.
we don't stand for that.
It's ridiculous.
No, we don't stand for that here.
We don't stand
on this
for that.
podcast.
Cards. You want to go ahead or you want me to go?
Yeah, you can go ahead, Bob.
All right, my cards. I have, dude. I mean,
Tapping that again.
just gonna close that.
You guys look like salt addicts on this episode.
Dude, we're just trying to get juiced up for this.
I
week.
can't see straight. I'm seeing blue dots.
Him, he's on a different level. I'm just trying to get pumped up, you know. I'm just like, you know, if you're gonna piss like a puppy, stay on the porch. Let the big dogs eat. So my card
Okay.
is I'm going Georgia 7.5. I'm taking LSU plus 10.5. I'm taking BYU plus 9.5.
You already said these picks.
I know
correct?
this is on my card though.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Texas A&M Missouri over 48.5. I got Maryland money line at Rutgers. Maryland on a little losing streak. They're bouncing back here. Washington quarterback. He's not letting this slip at Rutgers. They're due for one. I'm taking Vanderbilt minus 6.5 versus Auburn. Auburn's down. Vanderbilt knows that they let one slip away at Texas last week. I see them winning huge here. I'm taking Washington, Wisconsin over 45.5. I think Washington can score. Wisconsin can at least put up 14, 21 points, possibly. I'm taking Virginia minus 6.5 versus Wake Forest. I think Virginia potentially makes the ACC championship. And I don't think Wake Forest is all that in a bag of chips. I got Kentucky money line versus Florida. This one was based off of Nate saying that he also likes Kentucky, so I'm taking their money line. I just like the odds. I'm taking UCLA minus 2.5 versus Nebraska. You know, with the news of Raiola getting hurt last week, it kind of made me want to take Nebraska. But there's a trend of all these, you know, Midwest teams traveling West Coast that they do not perform. Mm-hmm. So I'm taking UCLA. I'm taking Sam Houston State plus 20.5 at Oregon State. Oregon State is trash, even though they beat Washington State last week. And I said the exact same thing.
Yeah, I was about to say, you said the same spill
But
last week.
I think Sam Houston State keeps it close.
Okay.
And then my lock of the week, I'm looking for a 5-0 win streak. I'm taking Indiana Penn State over 48.5.
That's crazy. You took that solely because I've taken the Indiana over the past 2 weeks, and they've been easy money picks because that's also on my card, the Indiana Penn State over. So I like the pick.
Well, maybe your lock I'll add to my card, depending on what your lock is.
I think my lock is already on your card. So
okay.
For my Week 11 card, I'll say the full records. I am 81-92 for 46.8%. I am 3-7 on my locks. Coop is 47-66 for 41.5%, and he's 4-6 on his locks. I am starting to gain a little lead in the total
Not in the locks,
percentage.
though. Not in the locks. We talked whoever has the best locks, the punishment, whoever has the least amount of locks by the end of the season, something's going to happen.
Facts.
And right now, I have a 1 game ahead of you right now.
Yeah. You're 1 game ahead of me, especially with that double lock hitting.
Cha-ching.
But for my week 11 card, a Friday game, I got USC minus 14.5 versus Northwestern. Kind of what you said, a team traveling out west for a Friday night game. I can just see USC covering that. And I have the Indiana Penn State over 48.5. That was a good pick.
Great pick.
I've been taking the Indiana overs the past 2 weeks, and they've been so easy because Indiana just blow out teams and they put up points. I have the Georgia Mississippi State over, have BYU plus 9.5. I have Boston College plus 11.5 versus SMU. SMU really isn't all that good. Just Miami's fucking choke job artist and made them look better.
They kept it close with Notre Dame last week. Boston College.
Yeah, a little close. Boston College
The entire game.
stinks.
Yeah.
They stink, but I'm taking their spread just because it's 11.5, and I'm not bought in on SMU. I'm taking Ohio State minus 29.5 at Purdue. That's solely because I hope that pick doesn't hit. So that's the old win-win scenario there. Okay. I have Rutgers minus 1.5 versus Maryland. I know that you took Maryland money line. That line makes no sense to me. I think that Maryland's the better team, but since they're minus 1.5, I have a gambling brain. That's what I'm going to be taking. I have Eastern Carolina minus 27.5 versus Charlotte. The original spread is 28.5. I'm going to be buying a point just to get away from that 4-touchdown total. I have the A&M Missouri over. I have Iowa plus 6.5. Then I have UConn plus 9.5 versus Duke. UConn last week, I had them against UAB. I said on the pod, real ball knowers know how good this UConn team is. They blew out UAB. It was an easy cover.
They did.
So I'm going to be taking them again. I have Wake Forest plus 6.5 at Virginia.
Interesting.
Wake Forest, they're a nice little sneaky ball club, and I just think that Virginia, they're nowhere near talented enough to go 12-0 in the ACC. So I think Wake Forest covers. I have Cal plus 19.5 at Louisville. I have the LSU plus 10.5 against Bama. I have Kentucky plus 3.5 versus Florida. And my any given lock is going to be... Oh, wait, are we doing the... Did you say your any given lock already?
I did, but we can say it again. Announce yours. All right, my
we can run back to any given lock.
My any given lock is Indiana, Penn State over 48.5.
I like the pick.
Zach gave us his lock, which was the Missouri, Texas A&M over.
Over. Facts.
48.5.
Over. Drew, do you have a lock by any chance this week?
BYU money line.
Yeah, Miami's going to lose. They're going to find a way to lose to Syracuse.
Play this week.
Yeah, they do. They play Syracuse.
They play
and they're 28.5 point favorites. They're going to find a way to lose.
So
They're going to find a way to lose.
So your
So
lock is
Syracuse money line?
Syracuse money line. All right, Drew's is Syracuse money line. Everybody lock that in.
They're going to find a way to lose.
Oh, Syracuse
They're missing their top running back. They're missing one of their top DBs. Yeah, they're going to find a way to lose that game. Cristobal, yeah, the negativity is swirling. I do not think that Miami will win a game the rest of the season.
I respect that. I'm laughing as hard because Syracuse has a lacrosse player playing quarterback right now, and he started the game last week against North Carolina.
Miami will still find a way to let him look like he's a D1 quarterback.
I don't know. He played North Carolina last week and started 0 for 11 on the game.
Actually, the defense might do well. Carson Beck just is going to be throwing to fucking people in the stands the whole game.
He's got Becked.
And then blaming everybody but himself.
That's Tua. Tua blames everybody on himself. But
Beck kind of has
that's for a professional football conversation.
Just something about Miami quarterbacks, you know?
Something about Miami quarterbacks and Miami teams where in November, it's like they just forget how to play football at all.
Got you. Okay. So
When it gets a little cold outside,
Syracuse money line.
Yeah.
Syracuse money line for Drew.
So
Okay.
tap me off, please. Thank
The
you.
lacrosse player at quarterback is going to find a way to take Miami down. It was hilarious that he started 0 for 11 in the game against North Carolina. But my any given lock of the week is going to be Vanderbilt -6.5 versus Auburn. Fuck Auburn. They were in my doghouse to originally start, and I threw them out to get the ESPN YouTube TV.
I love it.
Vanderbilt, they actually have a team that's like bought in for each other. They know that they let one go and they kind of have to win out up to this point. Auburn's having the interim coach. I just think Vanderbilt at home, I believe it's at home.
It is.
Yeah, I just feel like they're easily going to cover that. They're a team that's on a mission. So, yeah, that is my any given lock of the week.
I love that. I truly love that, Bob. Let me just double check for you that it's at Vandy. Okay.
Yeah, I love that pick. -6.5. Easy money.
And I forgot, I do have the Oregon, Iowa over 40.5 on my card as well. Forgot about that one.
Okay.
But yeah, that pretty much does it for week 11. Have y'all seen the video of, it's trending today, of Nick Saban and his birthday, of Miss Terry telling his ass to sit up?
I did see that.
And he was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and his little blanket just sitting in the
Just
house.
watching the Chiefs Bills playing.
Facts.
Which NFL news, deadline was today. There was some crazy trades happen. I mean, Sauce Gardner, the Jets just absolute tanking right now. We play each other in fantasy football.
This week?
There. Yeah, we do. It's war.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to say about the NFL. Goodell's Hitler.
Yeah, I don't like him. Zach, you got anything?
Yeah, CBS Sports put out a conference head coaches of the week, and we're just going to mention how much of a troll Lane Kiffin
I
is.
saw this.
I saw that.
Brent Venables gets the coach of the week for the SEC, and Lane Kiffin tweets, "Congrats, Brent Venables."
I saw that.
I did see that.
I saw people saying,
Yeah, that's a troll job. Big troll job by... He does not like Brent, does he?
I don't know.
Well, after the game, BV said that he thought his team was the better ball club than Ole Miss.
and then-
literally directly after
And
the
then
Ole
Lane
Miss
was
loss.
like, maybe they were a better ball club when we beat them last year.
He just
Maybe they
started
were a
talking
better
shit
ball
on
club when we beat them.
What's funny is Rhett Lashley talked shit on Mario Cristobal as well this last week because whenever Mario turned in the calls and stuff, that what he thought was a little outside of the norm. I guess he also said that like SMU was they were fake snapping Miami's hard count or something like that. And then Rhett Lashley, of course, just came through and was like, no, we didn't do that. Oh, it's just sour loss. Dude, I hope Miami plays SMU next year. The one game I'll be rooting for is that they win by fucking 60. Because when Rhett Lashley was at Miami as an offensive coordinator, he damn sure didn't have that many fucking points as he is now. Where was that then? Where was that then, Rhett? Tell us, Rhett.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say this about Lane Kiffin
Miami.
is that
You guys got me started. I'm sorry.
I don't know if it's a Brent Venables thing. I don't think he likes Brent Venables, but I also don't think he likes Oklahoma. Because
Yeah.
when Oklahoma got named as one of the
Teams playing for the next couple years.
3 teams for Ole Miss, and he goes, "Why? We have nothing in common." So I think it's not just Brent Venables. I don't think he likes the University of Oklahoma.
I was about to say, I saw a tweet where somebody was like, maybe this is Lane Kiffin creating the rivalry right now because of the no correlation at first.
Could be.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it is now. There's a little beef between Kiffin and BV going into next year and the years in the future.
Yeah.
I also just think he's a troll.
He is a troll.
He is 100% a troll.
He trolled his daughter's boyfriend after they beat him. He was like,
That's facts.
they were like, why was Will Weeks throwing up? He was like, it's that tempo.
He's a beast. I love Lane Kiffin. It's hard to hate Lane Kiffin.
It is.
I think when this coaching carousel comes around, he's going to troll all these teams that are coming after him.
I could see that.
He's
And he's going to
staying in
stay in
think so, too.
at Ole Miss, but he's going to.
Yeah,
It's
'cause
going to be the
why would
epic
he
trolls.
leave? Why would he
He
leave?
has everything there.
Yeah, he's got everything he wants.
He's already built them up.
And Ole Miss has always had money. You know, now it's the NIL era. Ole Miss has money to shell out to players. He can get the big recruits that he wants. Fuck, Ole Miss was known for paying players even before NIL. I remember the Laramie Tunsil, Laquan Treadwell.
Man,
You probably remember that too, Zach.
I remember that.
Yeah,
That was crazy.
They paid the fuck out of those.
Was that the Mississippi State thingy? The player that was back and forth between them?
No, they just it was after they signed them. I think the head coach got fired, and then one of the boosters and one of the guys in the program came out and basically said like, yeah, we paid them out the ass to come to Ole Miss because Laquan Treadwell was the top wide receiver of that class,
I remember the story.
and Laramie Tunsil was the top offensive tackle in that class. And they straight up paid them.
Dude, the blind side. Michael Orr.
What I was thinking of was this dude named Leo Lewis who was committed to Ole Miss. He told Ole Miss that he was 100% committing to them. They had a brown paper sack guy that gave him $10,000 in a car right before he was walking up to his commitment. He took the $10,000, swore to Ole Miss that he was committing to him, and then committed to Mississippi State and also got their money for it. That was back when the brown paper sack guys were running college football.
Laquan posted a picture on his Instagram of him
Laquan.
holding about $150,000 worth of cash online, like stacks. And then Laramie Tunsil, like I said, it was. I remember whenever Ole Miss had that class signed at the time, everybody was like, "Oh yeah, Ole Miss is out here throwing bags."
Yeah.
And
Throwing that cheddar. That cheddar cheese.
kind of good, but
That cheddar.
That's why money has always been in college football.
he deleted the photo shortly after.
All right, well, I think that wraps up week 11. You got anything else to say? Are we taking a little rip before we head out? I can smell it, bub. I can already smell it.
Let me say, we're in week 11. There's only a finite amount of weeks left. A lot of people around this time, they kind of discard college football Saturdays. I'm looking at a person right now, kind of says, let's get our golf in. Let's get whatever we need in. These weekends, these Saturdays are precious. There's only 18, 19 Saturdays a year where you get to watch college football. And right now, we're talking about it being a dead week.
Yeah.
It's still, every single week, I'm like a crack addict. Family events, weddings, funerals. Who gives a fuck? This is college football Saturday. What were you finna say?
I was going to say this is like the greatest time to be alive now because you still have college football, but now college basketball is creeping in. Just knocked on the door. Started yesterday. They had games at 8 a.m. Was I watching Winthrop play? Possibly. Not going to deny it. Did I bet? No. But
you're a little bit more of a big college football or college basketball fan than I am.
Yeah. Which we'll get into that a little bit later on this year.
Facts.
But yeah. Zach, did you have something to say? Nothing? All right, let's close this thing out, buddy. Oh. This is Any Given Weekend.
Put it on my face, Bob.
Let's have a weekend.